children. Today we are going to do our third chapter, Ants, Ants, Amazing Ants. The rear wheels of the Indian Airlines flight to Bangkok crashed into the tarmac. You know what is tarmac? Road surface. During takeoff from Kolkata airport on April 4, 2003. And believes it or not, ants were responsible for the mishap. The ants had burrowed a large area under the tarmac at the airport, weakening it. When IC 727 with 144 passengers on board was taxiing for takeoff around 10 am, the right rear wheel of the aircraft slipped through the weakened spot, the bitumen. What is bitumen? It is a sticky black and semi-solid form of petroleum that is used as a binder with particles to prepare concrete. So, surface of the runway gave way, causing the plane to veer. Veer is to turn aside from a course. So, dangerously the right before it stopped. Thankfully, there were no casualties. So, if we talk about ants, ants were responsible for this big mishappening. Millions of years ago, ant societies existed in almost the same form we find today. Busy, well planned, organized, and functioning as information exchanges. So, the oldest ant fossil are 92 million years old, confirming their existence way back in the age of dinosaurs. So, if we talk about ants, there are about 10,000 trillion ants on Earth, each one weighing up to 5 mg, that means milligrams, and their combined weight would be more than the total mass of human beings. And believe it or not, an ant can carry an object 70 times its own weight. It is like you carrying a large car. Very little is known about the ants, colonization system, their caste system, etc. Some ants keep diaries of sort. They keep herds of fits. What is a fit? Small bugs like green fly and stroke their sides with their front legs until the green fly produces a sweet liquid called honeydew. Some ants keep slaves by raiding other ant nests, killing the queen and taking the rest prisoners. Queen ants are the key members of this society. Each colony has one queen. It is larger in size and can live up to 30 years. The worker ants have great respect for and faith in the queen. They look after the queen well and fill her chamber with all the comforts. The restless mites we see scurrying. Scurrying means to go with running steps about or marching single file to the kitchen are workers whose task is to forage. What is forage? Search for food or provisions and store food for the colony. Workers are the pillars of the ant society. They continue working till they are dead. That means they continuously work. Even before the queen starts laying eggs, workers start building nests. They separate the eggs into different grades and keep them in different rooms safely. They continuously feed the young ones. Colonies of ants have been called superorganisms because the individuals act with a such high degree of coordination that they might as well be cells of the body. It has been established that ants have 5 noses. On both sides of the head of an ant there are thin antennae. These will always be moving. The ants rub each other in many ways with their antennae. Ants use this language to go to search of food, to move and settle down in different places. This language is known as an ant language. To undertake war journey, to warn about their enemies, to express the different feelings like anger, love, and tiredness. So let's talk about intelligent creatures. And why do ants usually travel in a line? Ants are complex creatures that have a well defined hierarchical social system. Some ants in a colony scour the neighborhood for food, and in doing so seemingly harmless creatures, ants can destroy vegetation. A certain species removes rubber insulation from telephone wires. Ants are also ideal seed carrier because they are already adapted to be members of social community. Instead of eating food right where they find it, they transport it back to their nest, sometimes as far as 100 meters away. Thus, some species are able to colonize new areas. Ants are also symmetry squads, scavenging and eating more than 90% of the corpuses of small animals. So many plants and animals depend on them that if ants were somehow exterminated, hundreds of thousands of species could become extinct, and many of the world's ecosystem might be dangerously disestablished. So this is all about this chapter. So please do read at home once again. Thank you for watching the video.